Hello, hopefully you'll be able to hear me. I'm not too sure if everything's working out correctly at the moment, but if it is, then welcome. I'm just going to be doing some painting of some Death Guard, if you can see that. Let me see if I can sort out my video here. It's a bit sheet. That's a little bit white balance, contrast, brightness, saturation, sharpness. Let's show you. There you go. It's a bit better for sharpness. White balance. There you go. Contrast. Brightness. Let's have a look. See which one actually makes it better. That's not it. Okay, let's get this stream underway. We're doing some Death Guard and a few other miniatures if I've got enough time. So yeah, I'm just going to be mooking around. If you want on, let me know via Twitter and I will let you on. But so for this, it's just going to be a nice relaxing stream. I'll be gaming later when I can be bothered, or when I get extra people on here. We'll go from there. Let me move this camera a bit so I can see what's going on, and let's up the sharpness a little bit more. There you go, that's a little bit better. And exposure, why is the exposure all the way up? Yeah, unfortunately not great, but let me up the brightness and the contrast a bit, and the white balance. Let's sort that out. Sorry about my skanky ass fingers. Unfortunately, I've been soldering today. There you go. Let's zoom that in a little bit. Let me bring down the exposure a little bit more. Ugh. Oh, this is not liking the zoom. Oh well. One second. Okay, that's a little bit better. Right, let's get some of this flash off before I do anything else. Do I have my tool? Wrong tool. Should really do this before I start painting, but fuck it. Oh, sorry. Sorry about the mark on my finger. It's because I'm a dirty smoker. Okay, that looks like it's alright. Let's smooth it out. Perfect. So, yeah, it's my birthday. And, yeah. Just trying to have some fun. And hopefully the tosser from upstairs doesn't come in and spoil my fun today. Because, yeah, I can't be dealing with that kind of crap today. Right, let's sort out this camera because it is really not liking anything I'm doing right now. Contrast, brightness is all the way up. Ugh. I really do hate fucking webcams. They annoy the hell out of me. There you go, that's a little bit better. You can just about see what I'm doing. Let me zoom out a bit because people won't be able to get to see what I'm doing. There you go, that's a bit better. Now this is one of many Death Guard I have in my collection, and I thought, sod it, I might as well start painting them. But unfortunately I don't have a lot of time to paint nowadays as I'm currently doing commission work for someone, and it's taken up all my time, and it's feckin' brilliant. So let me just thin down that paint a bit. It's a bit gloopy. There you go, much better. Now, if anybody wants to know or cares, the Death Guard are ex-Space Marines that are fallen to the Chaos God Nurgle, or Papa Nurgle, if you, if that's how you, or if that's how you know the lore, yeah, or Grandfather Nurgle. But basically, they are plague-ridden monstrosities of their former selves. And basically they are against humanity, and all they want to do is spread plague and nastiness to everyone they meet. Yeah, pretty apt for nowadays, considering that's pretty much what's going on. Everyone's getting the lurgy. Let's thin down that mix a bit. There you go, much better. Now, thankfully these don't take too much time to paint, because, you know, I don't do a lot of edge highlighting on these, and I don't do a lot of shading on these, just because it doesn't really need it. But hopefully this one will come out looking good. So that's pretty much the first layer of green on the armor. Out onto the backpack. Now this will probably be green and gold, as is the colours for my Death Guard, and which are pretty much traditional. Just need a bit more paint on there. And I'm using Army Painter Sliven Green, whatever you want to call that. I find it's a little bit better for Death Guard, as it's a little bit darker when it dries, rather than the Death Guard by Citadel, which is, well, by Games Workshop, which normally tends to be a bit too light for my liking. And as always, I forgot to take off all the extra little crappy bits. And don't worry, I won't be cutting myself hopefully this time. As people on Twitter know, I've already done that to my thumb once this month, or recently, and I don't want to repeat the process. Okay, let's get that lovely bit off. And it would help if I actually had a sharper blade, but I've actually run out, so this is going to take a bit of time. There you go, that's a bit better. Sorry about the focus, it's really crappy at the moment. Let's see what I can do about that. There you go, much better. Okay, smooth that down a little bit. People use files, but for me, I like to use a bit of really fine sandpaper for all these smaller areas, because I find it really does, if you use a normal file, it does tend to ruin all the detail. Now, brush wise, for this process, I just use anything I can get my hands on. This one's a Graduate Data Brownie, whatever it is, but you know, just a cheap ass brush that gets the job done. Yeah, I don't really care if this one gets ruined, so I'm just slapping it all on. It seems like no one's about, but you know, this is my birthday, and you know, if people want to show up, they're more than welcome to. It is all good. Hopefully we'll have more people on later on. If not, it's still good. I'm still gonna get drunk and probably play some games. Yeah. Onto the weapon. Now some of these parts I think I've actually already pre-painted, because I like to paint on the sprue, so it's a little bit quicker. But unfortunately I have no idea what paint I used on that, but here's hoping I'll sort that out now. Because this one's a plasma weapon, I'll be trying to do a plasma effect on it, but unfortunately my plasma effects are not great, so we'll see. Sorry for the sounds from outside. My mic is right by my window basically, and there's nothing I can do about that. Okay, that's nearly done. It might seem really iffy on here, but it is rather smooth, so it only probably needs about one coat. Normally I don't actually tend to do more than one coat on a lot of things because I tend to pick good paints, which normally don't need them. Okay, this one's probably going to need some blending because it's got a face on it, so I'm going to have to probably use some bone colours on this one. So I'm just paint it all green. Thin that down a bit. There we go, much better. I might at some point do more painting streams, but normally I like to talk to people while I paint, but unfortunately there's not many takers. Not many people are willing to watch me paint. Oh, pardon me. Okay, that's there. I'm done. Onto the head. Let's work that down a bit more. There you go. It's a bit too watery, but it's all good. It will smooth out once it starts to dry. Oh, let me see if anybody's come on. No, no one has bothered. Oh, which reminds me, my my sauce is all fooked up. There you go. So I am still a noob when it comes to OBS. There you go. Technically I should be putting this all on little sort of bits of wire so I can paint it a bit easier, but I have never courted that sort of gubbins. Okay, on to the chest piece. Oh, chest piece, sorry. Now with this I don't actually mind there being too many bits and pieces around, like all the flash and stuff, you know, because it makes it look a bit more. Okay, right, on to skeleton bone. No, that's not it. We'll get into my box of paints. Rakath flesh. There you go. Good old Rakath flesh. Normally I use this for just about everything. Okay, a bit of that on my wet palette. A little bit more. Wet palette's a little bit too wet. There you go, that's much better. Okay, first things first, this. There you go, and I need to do the fleshy bits. All the fleshy bits done, and part of the teeth as well. There you go. Okay, onto here. These little sticky out bits, I'll be painting the rest of it gold, but I want these sort of bone protrusions. There you go. Then, oh, nearly missed the foot on that one. Actually, let's get some tissue. Go. Let's get that foot painted. There you go, that should do it. If I do decide to do any painting streams in the future, I will be trying to purchase myself a better light fixture, because unfortunately I'm trying to paint this with a shitty lamp that only has one strip of tiny LEDs working in it, and it should have 4. So it really doesn't give me much light, unfortunately. There you go. Time for a sip of some booze. And a cigarette. Let me see if I can get some more people in here. Okay, no one's responded to me on Twitter. Well, that's not a surprise. Okay, back to painting. Right. Some fleshy bits on the gun. Don't mind going over a little bit. Oh. Too much paint there. There you go. Nothing shows on the back too much. There you go. Onto the blade. Now, the blade I actually like to do as bone. Normally I do it as an obsidian looking thing with a sort of green accent, but this time I'm thinking just pure bone. Or a nasty bone, or a living blade near enough. There you go. Probably may need a second coat, but so far that's looking alright. Okay, any other little gooey bits on there? That's all going to be gold, that's gold, that's gold, that's perfect. Okay, any bits on here that I'll need it? Nope. The horns. Now, technically I would actually normally do these in gold, but I'm actually thinking bone this time because I really do need to up my bone game, which recently has been actually okay. Oh, there goes my head. I've lost my head. Let's see if I can bring that a bit closer to the camera. Now, when people think, and I show a lot of my Games Workshop stuff, you think, oh, it's got to be so detailed. Not really. There are so many tips and tricks on how to paint these things and paint them quickly. And also not, to not go like all hog on detail. There's so many little ways to cheat, as it were. I'm no, heavy metal painter or Games Workshop painter, but mine are okay. Good enough for me. God, I'm starting to sound a bit like Bob Russell right here. And let's put in some happy little trees. There you go, the fleshy bits. Again, don't need to be super accurate because this is just base coating at the moment, so it doesn't really need to be accurate. And a lot of this gets covered up in later layers, so it's all good. Right, That's a lot of the base came done now. For the back, I want to do him in purple because he seems, what's it, a lot of my Death Guard do seem to have a sort of purple accent theme to a lot of their stuff, so I'm going to be doing all the backs in purple. Actually, let me just thin that out a little bit, so I'll put a few different layers on it. Unfortunately, with a few of Army Painter's paints, some of them are really terrible. Like purple here, it probably needs a couple of layers on this just to get it going. There you go. It sounds like the local druggies are out in force. If you can probably hear them in the background. There you go. A little bit more accurate here, but not super accurate. There you go. Hopefully I have gone live. Yeah, I seem to be live, so I'm not just talking to myself with nobody watching because I've gone and fucked it up. That's first coat. Let's do the front loincloth on the chest piece. There you go. First bit of colour on. Let's just wait for that to dry a little bit. Unfortunately, you'll be hearing this a lot. Unfortunately, my chair is busted. And there's literally nothing I can do about it, I'm afraid. It is fucked. Let's see if I can get more people on. Looks like no one's about. Or no one cares, either way. But, yeah, it's all good. Let's stick on my fan so I can get some of this stuff drying a bit quicker. Don't want to be sitting here all day. Okay. And I go and drop it like a noob. Right, a bit more purple, methinks. That needs to be dried a bit more. I will be slapping on some matte varnish onto the back because it is very, very glossy. Normally, Army Painter paints tend to be a bit glossy, I find. And unfortunately, I would go with Games Workshop, but they are so incredibly expensive. I paid about over £100 for a starter, well, big ass box set for Army Painter, but if you're looking for the same in Games Workshop, you'll probably be spending about 300 quid. Unfortunately, even though Games Workshop are good miniature creators, they are fucking expensive. But thankfully, for the most part, I get mine cheap, so it's all good. Oh, a little bit more water. There you go. Now we'll be slapping a wash of purple ink on this to darken up some areas. But that won't be until I get the rest of it painted. Now let's see the instructions. Let's see what I can put together right now. Okay, I think I can put the chest piece on. So I need my glue. There we go, and the nozzle isn't clogged, which is good. Right, let's glue this bugger up a bit. There you go. And don't mind about too much detail being obscured before I paint. So a lot of these details will be just shaded in rather than anything else, so it's all good. I do apologise. No, I don't. Let's see what's going on Twitter. I've got about 2 or 3 freaking things open for Twitter. Let's have a look. Nope. And Craig's decided to read to tweet. Unfortunately, he'll be on with Earbus. He can't come on because if he's got his son, which is no problem. And there's nothing going on. As I expected. Yep, nothing coming on. Oh well. Let me bring that tab over to my other window so it doesn't get in the way. Looks like somebody did come on for all of 2 minutes. If you're there, then speak up in chat so I know if you is there or not. There's playback of 2, so I don't know what that means, but you know, oh well, no worries. Alright, bit more green I think, because part of that didn't get covered properly. There you go. There you go, much better. Oh, sorry, can't see what I'm doing. If anybody be watching this later on, it's all good. Yeah, other than my usual stream, I don't actually normally celebrate my birthday. Just another day to me. There you go. Okay. Right, the next thing we do is darken this bugger up. So let me see if I can find some purple paint. Oh, purple ink box, black ink, meter ink, purple ink. There you go. Some good old Games Workshop purple ink. Okay, where's my bum? I do not have a palette I can use. Well, shitty palette. Let's get all the dust off of that. There you go. Put that down, and I can put a bit of purple ink on there and water it down a bit. Don't want to be putting this on straight because it is extremely good stuff, this. I will be adding more purple ink to this, but this is just to darken those recesses down. So I'm pretty much using this as a wash. What I might do in a second is set up a light, because you can barely see what I'm doing on this. Okay, bear with me, I'm just going to set up a light. That will do. Hopefully. Cable. There you go. Hook that in. Get in there, you... Oh, fucking... No wonder it's not working. Another plug pins have been ventified. Right, let's bend that back into shape. Get much better. Okay. There you go. Actually, did that make a difference? Much difference. Now you can see what I'm doing a little bit better. Ooh, now I've got cables clogging up my chair. Right. Do I have my bowls of stuff? There you go. That's my Vallejo matte varnish. And where is my bottle of medium? I do not have it. Bollocks. Let's check those. I've lost a big ass bottle of medium. Meh. Oh well. It's just a replacement for water, so it's all good. Alright, so let me sort out this picture now, because it's probably a bit too bright. I need, yes, exposure. I don't need it that much. Okay, much better. Okay, let's continue with the purple. Okay, there's a bit more water in there. It's all good. Now this way, thankfully, I don't have to do too many highlights on it. I'll use a lighter purple to bring out all that detail on the loincloth and the cape. I just need to let that dry for a little bit more and it should be okay. Still nobody on? Yeah, well. About right for me. And then again, I have done this stream a bit early, but I thought, meh, might as well. Okay, the next one will be Agrax Earthshade, so I can darken a few areas down. Now this stuff needs a little bit of water in it because I don't want it too dark. Now I can start doing this. I just want to make it dirty looking. This will have another layer of green attached to it, but right now this is just to start getting in those shades, those shaded areas, should I say. Also, it helps pick out a few details I might have missed beforehand. Like on here, there's some tentacly bits that I've missed beforehand. At least one thing that Games Workshop have done right is their shades, like Known Oil, Agrax, and a couple of others. I swear to this stuff, you know, the amount of little tips and tricks I've managed to figure out with this, it's crazy. It makes your models look 1,000 times better, I find. Well, that would be You Are Doomed, my body in crime. Yeah, right there, mate.
How are we on this auspicious occasion?
Oh, good. I am streaming, by the way, just so you know.
So I can't say fuck then?
Oh, you can do if you want. I couldn't give a fuck. Unless you're Canadian, you can't say. What's it? Oh no, it's cunt, isn't it? Yeah, you can't say cunt in Canada.
Yeah.
So how are you doing?
Not too bad, not too bad. Just looking at my phone and realised I had a missed call from Mrs. Didn't even need a fucking phone. It's gonna go down well. When did she call me?
Oh, you're gonna get bitch slapped.
When did she call me? Called me 3 minutes ago.
Ooh.
I didn't yet. Oh, where would I have been? Unless she's dialed me. She's just gone. She's gone to work. Just seen her go. So she's probably touched the fucking phone and she's gone out. And because I always walk up to the car. She's usually got loads of stuff that she takes with her. So she probably phoned me whilst I've been outside with her and not realised.
Pocket dialed you.
Yeah. Well, no, she shouldn't have been a pocket. She don't think she wears anything with pockets in.
Fair enough. So where's this stripper? Come on.
You not see her?
No one showed up. You lie.
I didn't. It was a midget. She might have just been too small, mate.
Yeah.
So you just didn't see her.
Yeah, she couldn't reach the buzzer for the door.
Oh, she went downstairs instead. She's been quiet upstairs. If she was being quiet upstairs, she might have been up there.
Nah, yeah, the twat upstairs isn't in today. For some reason, he seems to bugger off on the weekend, so that's all good with me. Technically, I should be a bastard and report his ass, but you know.
Well. But it's to your benefit this time, isn't it? Because if you report him, he'll be staying in all the time.
Exactly. And yeah, I can't be dealing with that shit. Not today. Today's my... Oh, bollocks, I just smegged up. Crap. crap. fucking didn't give my ink enough time to dry. Bollocks.
Patience, grasshopper.
I should have dried by now, but I forgot that I fucking had I watered it down, so it's taken even longer.
I thought you were going to say I forgot it's lead-free paint.
No, I hope it's lead-free paint. I've been sucking it. Oh yeah, I suck my brushes now and again just to get the tips back. Yeah.
Really, that's going to be on your that's going to be on your tombstone.
Yeah.
He sucks his brushes to get his tips back.
Yep. Fucking trying to get fucking the points back on these fucking things is fucking nightmare.
Well, in general, there's not like getting points on things like giving them a good old suck, mate.
Oh yes. Yeah. Speaking from experience, I would assume, isn't it? Yeah.
Well, yeah. Of course.
Well, I've invited a few other people on, but whether they turn up or not, it's completely up to them.
Who you invited, just in case we've got a personality clash?
Ansgar, I've put it down for what's it? A few people in a group I'm on, but they're people like like Artemis Brain Sample and stuff like that.
Oh yeah. Oh.
So
if Ansgar comes in, I'll just rip the piss out of his dice tower, saying you made a cock up, and you 3D printing it now.
What was that? Sorry.
Do you want me to say it again?
Yes, please.
Oh, that you'd made a cock up of his dice tower.
Oh right, okay. Sorry, I didn't hear the dice tower bit.
And so that now you're 3D printing it.
Oh, sod that! Fucking hell! My fucking 3D printer seriously needs to be fucking fixed at some point, but it's just a matter about fucking doing it. Ugh.
I think you need to do some self-fixing first. Really, start at the core. A poor workman that blames his tools.
Oh no, this is a tool problem. Well, it's a program problem, to be honest. The slicer program I was using decided to update one day and destroy all my settings, and ever since it hasn't worked properly. And unfortunately, the printer itself doesn't actually have that much programming to it, because all it is it just takes instructions from a file. And what happens is you get it as, I think it's an STI file, I think, I'm not too sure.
Mm-hmm.
After you've put it through your slicer program, what that does is it tells the printer how to print the file. Now, for some reason, it all prints pretty much perfectly. The layers bond properly. Everything works except for circles, or tubes, should I say? So, like if you were trying to print a prop that has a screw hole, it couldn't print it. It will start off alright, but as soon as it starts getting to kind of like a quarter of the way in, it becomes very stringy, like it hasn't pumped out enough filament in those areas to keep it going. So it's a bit of a weird problem that I've got to fix in the programming, and I'm not entirely sure how to do it. I think it's mostly because I probably have the wrong printer set up on my STL, or on my slicer program, so it might be thinking it's one thing when it's another. So yeah, it's thinking it's one printer when it's actually another, so it's just a matter of figuring it out. It's a fucking annoyance, but it is what it is. Yeah. Oh, let me get some of this Vallejo matte varnish down. There you go. But yeah, the dice tower is going on a pace, even though my first attempts at a smoke machine cocked up.
Well, I don't want to sort of say something negative on your birthday, but just by comparison, a local builder next to me has built 2 houses in the same time to get
Thank you.
to that stage.
It's a lot of busy work, and it's one of these things. It's like the reason why it's taken so much long is basically because I've had to go back, reinforce parts. I've had to go back and repaint parts after I've sanded them down. I've had to re-glue parts because it didn't quite catch the first time. The lights alone have been a bit of a nightmare because they're very fiddly because they're made for model railways. So basically, they're the sort of things that you basically glue onto a side of a cardboard building, and you leave. You never touch them again. Whereas these are technically the same thing, but unfortunately, they're very delicate. So one of them's already snapped off, and I've had to super glue that fucker down. But the problem is, the super glue didn't want to take, so it was like I had to super glue it down like 4 fucking times for it to stay put. So now I've got a great big nodule of glue attached to one of these lamps, which I've got to sand off at some point. So I've got to fucking paint the lamp, and make sure it all looks good. I know the lights work, so that's a good thing. I have bought myself a new power supply with a variable voltage, so it goes from 3.7 to 12 volts.
All you needed, I'll be honest with you, from what I was looking at with the lights, you just needed 9 volts capped. So you'd have had some spare.
Well, I was thinking about 6, to tell you the truth. I'm in retrospect.
How many LEDs have you got?
Technically, well, if I want them all to flicker individually, it'll be 8 LEDs.
Right.
If I wanted them all to flicker at the same rate, then it'll be 6 LED. No, 5 LEDs. Sorry.
So because of that variance in voltage, right, you would have been ample with 6 if you'd have just had 4. You would have had a little bit on top left over if you would have had 4 LEDs. If you put a flickery one in series with other flickery ones, what you're basically doing is almost adding extra resistance to your circuit.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking, because when I tried it out, using the 3-volt battery that I have, or the 3.7 volt rechargeable, if it was just the lights on their own, that battery would be perfect for the job. Literally no problems with that whatsoever. But if I was gonna, those fucking flickers do add a shit ton of resistance. I mean a shit ton. Like, I think it was I can't remember the resistor I've got. It's a beige one with like black, red, gold stripe or something or other. I can't remember it exactly. It's behind me and I can't be asked getting it. That alone dimmed the lights enough, but basically the LEDs produce the same amount of resistance as that resistor did.
Yeah, I was working it on a string of 4 LEDs. One was flickering, so they were normal, with an 150 ohm resistor on and a 9 volt power supply. Right, and that would have worked. To be honest, if you're going to do electronics like that, you need to get this in a peg board so you can just plug them in.
Well, yeah, tell you that, what's it, a breadboard, yeah.
I call them peg boards.
Oh, sorry, Jinx, I didn't see you there. I do apologise. Yes, happy room eviction day. Yeah, I got evicted by force.
I ain't got a YouTube channel. Hang on, I just need to mute it.
Yeah, I got evicted, but I got evicted while blue because I was actually born very cold, so I had to go in an incubator for like a week. Great stuff,
He wasn't born normally; he was made.
Yeah, I got
in a factory in Taiwan.
No, I got hatched.
And they shipped him to this country because they didn't have the right hair.
I had to go somewhere, I suppose. Bit of water. There you go. Much better. Yeah. Right here. Fucking hell. Well,
You would have had a solid afro if you'd have been sort of completed in Taiwan.
Fucking hell. Is anything made in Taiwan anymore? I thought it was all fucking shipped off to China nowadays.
She fell out of a privy. That's a toilet. You fell out of a toilet. That's quite amusing.
Oh, well, yeah.
She fell out of a toilet. Jumped out.
Yeah. So you were born in a bog, basically.
Yeah. I'm not familiar with Jinx. Is she not of this country?
I do believe she's American.
Right. Okay. Well, I'll forgive her for that then.
One of my oldest followers, I believe.
I don't think she's older than me, mate.
No, as in like, yeah, she's been she's followed me for a while.
She's stalked you for a while.
Yeah.
I just need to put it down there. If you are stalking him, I am a lawyer. And,
yeah, well, it's you know, it's all good. You know, I don't often get stalked by women nowadays, so yeah, I'm happy.
You don't want to be stalked by women. You want the next stage. You want to be stalking that woman.
Nah, it's just too much effort. Fuck that.
Yeah, she is. She's just a little bit older than me. By a couple of years.
Oops, sorry. Must remember to put the miniature near the camera.
I'm 48 now. I'm always the oldest one in his streams, usually.
Yeah, you know, bugger. Cranky old git.
I'm not cranky.
You're Jimmy Cranky, innit? Yeah.
I'm hardly Jimmy fucking Cranky. I'm 6'7".
Nah, you're actually a ginger midget from Scotland.
Mate, what we said about playing out your fantasies in your streams.
Jinx, if you want on, I can throw you a link if you so wish.
Yeah, come on. I dare you. I double dare you. In fact, I'll tell you what. Oh no, I can't do it. I got into trouble when I post his private.
Don't be posting it publicly. You can send it by DMs, but you can't.
I have sent Carissa one by DM.
Awesome stuff. Actually, Saturday, isn't it? She might. Oh, wait, no. Is she working? I can't remember what her lockdown rules are.
No, she went back to work. I think the other day, so I don't know if it's continued or not.
No idea. Ugh, fucking lockdown suck ass. But yeah, looks like we're gonna be here. What's it? Lockdown until what is it? I mean, fucking April, right about maybe March, end of March.
Well, if we're gonna get into it, there's this whole argument about vaccination passports.
Yeah, no worries, Jinx. Thanks you for popping on anyway. It's all good.
Yeah. We'll see if that's a lame excuse. Go to work. Yeah, okay. They don't work. They don't work in America, do they?
Nah, they just laze around doing bugger all, really, isn't it?
They just go to drive-ins and eat burgers.
Yeah. Oh, wrong gold. Ugh, that's me shit gold.
Yeah, so as I was saying, there's this big hoo-ha about vaccination passports, and you've got the one side, which I think is the common sense side, that are saying it's a vaccination, right? Get a vaccination, get something to say you've been vaccinated, and then your lockdown restrictions can be eased because we know you've had a vaccination, etc., etc. And then there's some saying that means we've got to be, if we want to do something, we've got to be forced to take a vaccination, and it's mind control, and we might be turning into Soviet Russia.
Oh, fucking
you know, and I would just say it's just, you know, it's a vaccination. If they're going to complain about things like that, right, you get told when you drive a car that you must always wear a seatbelt because it's for the good of your own health. Yeah?
Mm.
So, by their logic, should we all stop wearing seatbelts?
I think it's just fucking. It's the fucking Egypt fucking Discovery Channel fucking generation, or the Facebook generation, which is normally, normally fucking older people that just think they fucking know everything and actually know fuck all. Yeah.
Did you not see that classic post that were a reply to a post that Ian Brown, that used to be lead singer of Stone Roses, posted? He posted something like, "I'll never, never, ever sing in front of people that have been forced to have a vaccination to see me." And somebody's posted underneath, "Surely Butlins has got to decide that, haven't they?"
Ooh.
Burn. That was just a classic burn.
That guy needs to whoever posted that needs a fucking clap on the back. Yeah.
And then somebody else put underneath that they can't believe that people like Noel Gallagher and Ian Brown are complaining about a vaccine when they put probably Christ knows what shit into the veins of years.
Well, fuck yeah, yeah. So they're fucking, fucking hypocrites. Yeah. But yeah, it's just fucking stupidity, sheer stupidity. You know. It's like, all of these people fucking had vaccines, and yet there's fuck all wrong with them. And yet they want to fucking say, oh, vaccines are bad. It's like, oh, shut up, you fucking pleb.
I think they're complaining because it's about the thing that people are taking their freedoms away from them. Now, if we were a proper totalitarian state, which I don't think we are by far, then yeah, I can understand why something like this might be edging on people's freedoms enough for somebody to say something about it. But we're not like that. This is like getting a flu jab or getting a smallpox jab.
Yeah.
You used to keep a record and a certificate to say you've had these jabs in the past when they were prevalent diseases.
Oh yeah.
It's just new generation of people that think that because they don't have total control over decisions, that it's wrong and they should be allowed to make decisions that, whether right or wrong, could endanger other people's lives.
Oh yeah.
They want to jump back into society. They've got to play as society's rules, surely.
Well, to tell you the truth, a lot of this is the fucking Facebook lot that are fucking doing this. You know, all the fucking little conspiracy groups and shit like that. You know, like that fucking guy that I know, the little racist twat. You know, it's like he has fallen hook, line and sinker for all of these fucking idiots on Facebook. You know, and also the fucking idiots on like Discovery Channel and shit. They say there's fucking conspiracy theory, like conspiracies and shit like that, and vaccines cause autism and all that shit. Now, I'll tell you one thing: if I ever fucking meet Andrew, Andrew Wakefield? I will fucking kick his ass. I mean, I seriously hope that he will never come back to the UK, because I will fucking have him. Yeah.
Since we're speaking controversy, what do you reckon to that other thing that's re-arisen about that? Was it Jemima Begum or something? That young girl that basically supposedly got raped and radicalised by ISIS. They went over there to have kids with her husband.
Oh, bollocks, she did. Well, she didn't get... I doubt if she did... Well, she probably did get raped, but... Fucking none of those fucking...
If she got raped in this country, having been brought up in this country, should have known. And I'm not saying it's easy for rape victims to do this, But she should have known that if she'd have come forward, she would have got help. She would have got support for it. But no, instead, she went off, had another, I think she had 2 kids to the same guy, and lived in and supported him in a different country. I know she's a young girl, and some might say that she was young and stupid, but the thing is, it weren't a minor thing, in my opinion, what she did.
Yeah.
She always had a choice, and I think, to be quite honest, if, like I said, I'm not trying to pretend that I can be in their shoes, but if it would have been me in a situation, still in this country, I wouldn't think I would have said, right, I want a bit more of this raping and whatever, so I'll just follow him to a different country. I'd have been trying to get as far away from him as possible.
Well, this is the thing. Regardless of, it might have been I know how it is in the sort of Islamic sort of relationships and like with the Islamic faith and all the rest of it. It's like fucking males can be extremely domineering to the point where females have literally no say in whatever they do. But if she was brought up in this country and she knows all the laws and shit like that, she should have known that she could have run away and got help.
She would have had people around her. She would have been alone. She should have had family members, friends.
Yeah, but it's probably dollars to donuts that they're as radical as that guy was, if not, sort of like under the same yoke, as it were. But it's a hard thing to say, but I'm not. I'm just playing a little bit of devil's advocate. Me myself, I think at the end of the day, she made her bed, she lies in it.
Well, yeah. So everybody's complaining on the human rights. Means you've got to bear in mind that I've actually partaken in quite a lot of human rights cases. So I've seen similar things where people have sought asylum and things, and they've had more merit. They didn't. The thing is, she had a choice. Ultimately, she could have kicked and screamed. She could, if she really didn't want to go, she could have kicked and screamed and run away, made some attempt, struggled, but instead she went with him quietly through customs, where she could have just run away from him, gone to an official, and that would have been it.
Well, this is the thing. Has the guy she went with, has he been like, is he still over there? Is he dead, or?
I'm not sure, but she is now in a camp with her kids in Syria. So she's now stateless. She's cropped up because she's appealing the revocation of her citizenship.
Well, if she was born over here, then I don't think, could they revoke her citizenship if she was actually born in the UK?
Yeah, they already have done. She's appealing against the decision.
No, I don't know the laws when it comes to something like that.
Yeah.
So
yeah, she's currently classed as stateless.
So basically, even if she was born over here, she now no longer can
Oh
call
yeah,
herself a British citizen.
if you fuck up big time, your citizen. What they're saying, the old laws is, citizenship in this country is a privilege, like it should be in any country. If you abuse a privilege like that, whether you're born here or not, you can have it taken away. This borders almost on extradition laws.
Yeah.
If you commit a crime in another country, right? Depending on what that crime is and how much the supported evidence there is to prosecute, the country that you come from is not only morally obliged to extradite you to that other country. Right? It's expected. You lose. So basically, in a nutshell, if you fuck up bad enough, you lose your rights.
Yeah. Bit of a shitty way of doing it, but well, in my opinion, but I can get why.
Well, okay, we could take it a stage further, right? If you fucked up, the biggest thing you could have done in this country, right? The biggest fuck up is treason. Right? And you could, in this country, you could be killed for it. There is still a very minor law that's not followed. It's a very stringent law. You might have heard it before, where if you commit treason in Her Majesty's dockyards, you can still be hung for it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's something. It's like a lot of old archaic laws. It's very rarely will you ever see it going to court again. But if somebody really wanted to press it, there is precedence there.
Yeah.
Until it gets revised. And that's where the big high court judges come in, because they're the ones that make the laws, the rules. It's not Parliament, it's the high court judges that do it. All Parliament can do is put a bill forward, put a suggestion forward. It's the judges that decide what goes into statute and what doesn't.
Well,
so yeah,
ladies and gentlemen, whoever watches this in the future or is currently watching it, you're getting a lesson in law. So prick your ears up.
And I'm not charging any of you.
Exactly, it's brilliant. You know, UK law for free. You know.
Yeah, only Triax, who got his debit card details, is having to pay today. So feel privileged, all of you.
Damn fucking Games Workshop pots. Fucking annoying. So just speed painting this Death Guard, making it grody and golden and all sorts of shit.
Oh, so the equal opportunity soldiers then? You do have someone like with disabilities?
Well, yeah. Well, if you call plague a disability, then yeah, I suppose.
I thought you said they were deaf. I thought you said they were deaf.
What was that, Sonny?
It's Death Guard.
Who's talking? Sorry, I just got a fucking image in my head of Blinken from Robin Hood Men in Tights. Oh, Master Robin, you've lost your arms.
You do sometimes drift up into some obscure references.
Painting some tentacles. Give me a moment. Yeah. Oh, sorry, fucking. Oh. I've really got to get used to fucking painting on camera. Fucking every time I paint something, it's just like, you know, fucking move away from the camera because I'm so used to like painting in a certain way. Then again, I haven't painted in fucking ages. I think the last thing I painted was my what was it? My Helldrake and my Ghazghkull Mad Uruk Thraka.
I'm sorry, were you ever just stroke then?
That's his full name. What? Well, what's it? They've actually Games Workshop have actually tried to reduce his name for some reason, but his original name, or the big boss of the orcs, is Ghazghkull Mad Uruk Thraka. But I think they've just called him Ghazghkull Thraka now or something. Let me grab him off the shelf. Give him a bit of a dust down because my flat's dusty, but... Oh shit, fucking hell. Oh, my colour gradient on my fucking thing is all over the place. Just white balance, there you go. No, that's too far. Contrast, that's a little bit better. Sorry, my fucking everything's all gone to shit on my fucking cameras, unfortunately, because it's all fucking shit anyway. There you go. That's pretty much as good as good. But that's my Ghazghkull Mad Uruk Thraka, which I've recently painted.
Looks mad.
Well, yeah, for an orc that's had his head cut off and his heart, most of his brain blown off. Yeah, he's doing pretty well, you know.
Seems to be. If he's got his head cut off, what's that bit of green behind his head then?
No, what's it? He had it reattached by a Mad Doc.
Ah. So he's actually got a full orc body. He's just in a mech suit.
Yeah, it's just a massive mech suit. So if you want if you want the comparison, let me grab the old one, the old version of him. So this is the old Games Workshop version of him from back in the day. This is the full metal version. This is like proper. This is all fucking white metal. You know, fucking hefty motherfucker. This one is.
I have to say, for me, my preference would be that one.
Well, yeah, it has its charm about it, but obviously you get the size. Yeah, one's massive while the other one's kind of tidgy. But
mate, I have no problems on tattoos. I've got no problems with my size. I don't have to embellish or
leave your size out of it, you dirty old fecker. I suppose it's like some of a lot of Games Workshop's older stuff does have its charm about it, even though they were poorly fucking made, and just like fucking awful fucking molds and shit like that. But they still do have their charm, I would say. But I do appreciate some of the newer stuff, even though you can tell that it was made for a metal mold, like those sort of Dino Riders that I was recently doing a few months back. Those were definitely made for a metal mold, or they were copied from the metal versions, because none of the parts fucking fit properly, and you can tell that's a direct transfer from the metal design to the plastic design, because literally the old metal molds were like rubber molds. Yeah, if you have ever seen like a YouTube video of like old Games Workshop stuff, or any sort of metal like toy soldiers being made, they're done in a sort of weird machine. Yeah, it's basically a circular mold. So you've got like a central sort of hole, and then you've got like branching off of that you've got the sprue, and then you've got the soldiers all in a ring. Basically that goes into a machine that pumps in the white metal, or whatever that stuff is, pewter or whatever it is, and then it's spun, so all the metal goes to the far end, and obviously it gets pumped in and makes the actual thing. But those old rubber molds were fucking shit, in some respects. And I think then they went on to different processes, but you can still see that some of the plastic kits you get now are direct descendants of the metal molds, or the original sort of model they used to make those molds. As I said, they're just poorly made, poorly fucking designed. Hardly any of it fucking fits together properly. But I suppose when it comes to models, that's part of their charm. I'd rather have them so they fucking fit together, but it's one of those things, I guess. But nowadays, fucking Games Workshop have gone like the sort of stupid route, fucking thinking every fucking one of their fucking customers want a fucking model that you can't modify. Like this Death Guard model. This sort of takes me back to the 1990s models. So basically you had one pose that you could use your models in, and that was it. You had the pose you were given, and that was all you could do. Because that's how they were done. You had 2 arms, a body, and that was it. And the arms you couldn't really do much with. But then they made like the more they started getting into plastic kits more than anything else, and then you could modify the older plastic kids like nobody's business. But they've kind of taken a step back, where each model has like their its own artistic look, so they rather not let you modify it that much.
Well, no, because if you can modify from one kit to another, then you don't necessarily have to keep buying new kits, do you?
Well, no, it's just like kit bashing and shit like that. So like I can take parts of another kit and add it to this, but it just seems like you seem to have less option nowadays. It's not about like like not buying stuff, because fucking hell, the people that kit bash these things buy tons of fucking kits. Like, I swear to fuck, I would love to have the money these people fucking spend on these kits. So I've fucking seen people doing kit bashes with kits that are worth like 90 odd quid a piece, and it's just like my fucking mouth just drops at that. Fucking hell, I'd love that kind of money. But it's just like I don't have enough money to kit bash stuff.
You just want to hope and pray now that you do not set fire to your place, because the amount of plastic around you.
I know. Well, I'm not round my desk, thankfully. I've got all my kits on the other side of the thing, but I've got Orcs, I've got Tau, I've got Eldar, I've got Necrons, I've got Marines, I've got Skitarii, I've got I can't remember, sort of tree people from Warhammer. I've got Age of Sigmar stuff, and I'm forgetting. I've got Death Guard. I swear I'm forgetting something, but I just don't know what it is. It's probably there somewhere, but literally I've got a fucking huge pile of kits models to get through eventually. But that shit's just gonna take some fucking time to get done. But then normally most of those are just rank and file. They're not like hero units or anything that looks like astounding. So I'm a bit reticent on making them, because they're just boring, for the most part. So me myself, if I had the money, I would buy a shit ton of the bigger kits. Like Ghazghkull would be considered one of the bigger kits, but somehow for some reason that is actually fucking cheap as chips. Considering like other models of his size, he was actually pretty cheap. I think I paid about what was it? I think it was less than 30 quid for him. Now, like something like that, I probably would have fucking paid a hell of a lot. No, I think I paid about 26 for him, if I remember correctly. No, I can't remember that. I get about a 20% discount off of from the shop I buy them from. Just because they're like a franchise, and I think they've got something going on with Games Workshop. But to tell you the truth, I'd rather support a shop like that than actually Games Workshop themselves. Because
the Games Workshop won't need that much support, will it?
Yeah, fucking hell. The amount of people that buy from them, like what they buy, is just fucking ridiculous. Like, have you seen the new? What's it? I think it's called the Emperor Class Titan from Forge World. Just fucking try and fucking look that up. If you use their builder, you're gonna be paying well over £1,000 for an Emperor Class Titan. Actually, let me just double check that, because I'd rather be correct than not correct. Give me a second, let me just put my booze away. Forge World. Actually, I do fancy getting a couple of Forge World kits, but they are so fucking expensive, because it's all resin kits. What would it be under? Armies of the Imperium, Adeptus Custodes, Mechanicus, Astra Militarum, Blood Angels. What would it be under? It wouldn't be under Imperial Knights. Actually, technically it is, but I don't know. The Imperial Knights are like the one I built. Let's take that away. So it would probably be all armies of the Imperium. Oh no, it's the Warlord Titan, not the Emperor class Titan. But just for the body, no weapons, you're looking at £975. But this thing is fucking huge. I think it's probably over a foot tall. It's fucking huge.
You get things that's massive though, the model world. I mean,
oh yeah,
it's like Star Wars stuff.
Oh, let's have a look. Just I'm just gonna have a look at their just looking on their site. So what's it? You get like an actual builder. So let's have a look. So for the body, that's just going to be £975. You get, for the top weapons, you got Apocalypse missile launcher or laser blasters. Laser blasters cost £21 more, so that's 110 for missile launchers and £121 just for laser blasters. Let's go for the most expensive. So for the left arm, you get I can't even pronounce it, a power claw, a Vulcan cannon, a macro Gatling blaster, a Mori Quake cannon, or a Sun Fury plasma annihilator. The claws are the more expensive at £103. Then the right arm, let's have a look. So you got a power claw, Vulcan cannon. So if we went for both arms had power claws to them, we are looking at £1,367 for that.
Cool.
Fucking hell. It's like, who the fuck has that much just to splurge on a toy, for fuck's sake? Not a rare, no, it's not even a rare toy. It's like, the one thing that could be rare is the helmet or the head of it, because there's one head that got produced that was very limited supply, and I think was only supplied at a certain event, if I remember correctly. So they are extremely rare and extremely expensive. Yeah, and it's like, who the fuck has that kind of money just to waste on that? It's like, I like the looks of this thing, but I would never spend that much fucking money on it. I mean, like, seriously, it's like I'd have to fucking sell every one of my body organs to get one of these. Just because, who wants to get my fucking body organs? They're all fucked up. Let's have a look at something. I want to have a check. The Warlord... No, the Mars Pattern Warhound Titan, which is one I actually like the looks of. You're still £340 for the body of it. We're not talking about the two weapons that go on either side, because they're like £50 a pop. Absolute craziness, fucking crazy as all fuck. There are a few things I would like to get on here, but not at the prices they're selling them for. Like there's an old school looking Rhino troop transport, which they're trying to sell for £42, and it's like, no thank you. But then again, there are a few. There's one kit I would love to get my hands on. If I won the lottery, I would try and buy one, and that is the original Thunderhawk gunship that Games Workshop produced, all white metal, and this thing was fucking huge. Like, if it was, if you built it, you'd probably fucking need a crane to fucking lift this motherfucker up because it's just fucking heavy as all fuck. Actually, they've got a picture of it. Let me see if I can present it to you. Present a window. There you go. That's a Thunderhawk gunship. Now, you've seen like Space Marines. These are 1-to-1 scale Space Marines in here, so you can tell how big this fucker is. Now, just imagine that in the metal that Games Workshop used to use, like 100% metal. It's fucking crazy. But yeah, as I said, there are a few bits I would love to get up from here, but I'm not that stupid. I know. Even if money was no object, I probably still wouldn't fucking buy half of the stuff that's on here. Even though there are a couple of bits I would like. Like there's I can't even pronounce the name of that fucking thing. It's like it's a heavy construct for the Necrons. I would love to get that, but it's 100 or 210 quid. It's like, no, thank you. It's like, the one thing I do want to get, which is from normal Games Workshop, is a Squiggoth. Actually, no, that was from that was from Forge World because it's a thing. Let's have a look. Orcs. There you go. A Orc Gargantuan Squiggoth is about £278, but this thing is fucking huge. Or I can get a regular Orc Squiggoth for about 85 quid, but it doesn't have the main cannon to it, which is a pity, but there you go. But yeah, people buy this stuff all the fucking time. So fucking expensive this shit is. I definitely wouldn't be fucking buying it. Sod that. I like Games Workshop stuff, but not to that degree. That's just getting into silly territory right there. Just major silly territory. But fucking, there are some people that do fucking buy that stuff. You wouldn't get me fucking buying that. Even if someone actually just to say is that if you offered to buy me that, I would kick your ass. I would never let anybody fucking spend that much money on something like that.
Well, I mean, I don't think if you're married you would get that opportunity either.
Oh, exactly. Hell no, not a chance. Oh, okay, right. Next thing I need to do is put some blood on this. Blood. Nice blood. There you go. Get my living blade painted up. After I finish this, I'm gonna probably fire up what was it called? Dakka Squadron. Get some orky blasting going on. I feel the need for Warg and Dakka, but mostly Dakka.
I always thought Warg was something that Orcs rode.
No. I know that's like the old school. What's it? Fucking hell, Tolkien style thing. Warg riders. A Warg in 40k is a battle cry, but a very special battle cry because it has sort of psychic elements to it. It makes basically when a war boss gets like powerful enough, they proclaim a warg or a great war. And so far the only one that's done it recently is or Gazgul. He seemed to do one every now and again, just for the shits and giggles of it. But
it's amazing how similar though they are to Tolkien's. I mean, look at that Gazgul. It rhymes with Nazgul.
There's definite what's it like crossovers, because you know when it comes to Games Workshop, they've always had their hand in, you know, like Lord of the Rings and stuff. It's like, even though I think it's like when, yeah, not so long after Lord of the Rings came out, they actually came out with the actual 40 or the Warhammer, or the Lord of the Rings Games Workshop game. So you had hobbits and all the rest of it, and you know they've always had models for hobbits and all the rest of it like ages and ages ago, but that's when they were kind of under the name of Citadel Miniatures. So like back in the 80s and 90s sort of thing. But yeah, they've always had their hand in it. And yeah, considering most of the people that started Games Workshop were mega geeks, I would assume that a lot of Tolkien's work actually made its way into a lot of the lore of a lot of these models and bits and pieces. Right, let's check. No one's bothered to say yes to me sending out links. Oh well. No biggie.
The thing is, you've got a lot of friends in a different country.
Yeah.
So the time distance is always going to play against you.
Bloody foreigners. But yeah, that's no worries. Yeah.
Well, that and the fact that some people might not consider watching you paint
Well,
you know.
it beats my it beats my normal stream where I would be just playing fucking Kerbal Space Program and trying to launch get fucking Kerbals to the moon.
I mean, don't get me wrong, you will get people that do the same as you with painting that may come on and they'll get some enjoyment out of it.
Oh.
Or it'll be their opportunity to sort of, I don't know, sort of exchange all their new different models that they've got compared to you, or wait, are you painting like that? Oh, I'd paint it like this, me. And
to tell you the truth, I don't actually have a massive, I don't have a great following when it comes to miniature painters, and all the ones I do have are sort of like, I don't know, it's like I've always tried to encourage sort of like the ones that don't quite have the ability I have. Yeah.
No, not you. That's not you to them. That's them to. I have seen. There's been some that's come on. I'm not going to mention any names. They've looked at the way that you paint and stuff, and sort of, in my opinion, kind of sort of look down on that method as being inferior to what they do.
Yeah. It's probably when I hear the thing is when I hear stuff like that, I just kind of ignore it. Just because, yeah, I've been doing, to tell you the truth, it's like literally before I took up the hobby, my painting skills were shite. I mean, they were poor as poor could be. I mean, it was just crap, you know. It's like, even though when I actually started doing it, I thought, oh yeah, my fucking painting skills are fucking awesome. Like, let me see if I can grab one of my older Marines here. Let me fucking dust the fucker off, because fucker ain't been dusted for years. Yeah, this was my level of painting back in the day, before I picked up the hobby again.
Well, it's not awful.
Yeah, it's not bad, but it's not great either. It's like literally no detail, nothing, and I thought that was fucking brilliant. You know, compared to say this one, which I haven't really shown off that much.
Yeah, you see there, you've gone up a step to mediocre there, haven't you?
Fucking mediocre. Yeah, this is it doesn't really show it on the actual stream, but the actual fucking blending I did on this was fucking awesome. Yeah. Let's see what I can bring over. But yeah, it's just like, yeah, it's my skill level went up like fucking 50 times. Yeah, like fucking some weird ass amount. And it's just like, before that, all I was watching was a guy called Dr. Faust's painting clinic.
Right, of course, yeah, that makes sense.
No, just because I wanted something to watch, nothing. It's not because of an interest. Well, like not because of this sort of thing, because I wanted to paint again. But it was just because I liked like sticking it on and watching him paint stuff and shit like that. His fucking videos are like fucking poor quality half the time, so I couldn't really see what he was doing. But I thought, fuck yeah, I might as well. Yeah, I went into my local. I saw that my local sort of the comic shop that I'm using at the moment to buy miniatures was like 20% off. I thought, okay, fuck it, I might as well get a kit. And I think it was what was the first kit that I bought from them? I believe it was Death Guard. How many things? I'm trying to remember here. It's like fucking the first kit I bought from them. Bloody hell, now that's fucking... Yeah, he's fucking trying to figure out what the fuck I bought from them now. Yeah, I think it was Death Guard. I thought, fuck it, I might as well try something that I don't normally do. And, yeah, I found out that my skill level had shot up. Fuck knows how, but... I suppose it's like, I got better at doing artwork and shit like that, and this was the next logical conclusion, I would assume.
Well, it might be because you'd not been on the drugs for a while.
Yeah.
Your shaky hands have gone.
Oh, fucking hell, my hands shake all the fucking time. Especially when it's like fucking painting this sort of shit. Or it's mostly the details that it shakes on, but this sort of shit, it's like, it's most, to tell you the truth, it's like people, it's one of the things I've always been sort of like asked. It's like, like the response is like, oh, I bet you, what's it, it's like my hands would shake. It's like, my fucking shit, my hands shake, but it's just a matter of figuring out the little ways around things and shit like that. It's like you don't need a steady hand to do a lot of the detail. A lot of these models, it's like you just need to know how the paint works, and know a few little tips and tricks. Like my first little fucking tip and trick I found for painting models was dry brushing, and that was because I don't remember what it was because of actually. I can't remember if it was a Games Workshop, like a White Dwarf magazine or whatever that fucking showed it, and that's what kind of like it brought my model painting up about 2 or 3 steps, because it gave me a way of picking out detail. Now I still use dry brushing because it's a great way of picking out highlights, but now I know a lot more, like using washes and inks and shit like that, so I know a lot more about the medium I'm mucking around with, So you don't need a shit ton of detail to make a model look fucking awesome. To tell you the truth, I'm fucking lazy as fuck when it comes to model painting.
Yeah.
I would love it if I could do heavy metal effects, or non-metallic metallics. That I would fucking kill to be able to do, but I know my limits, and there's no way I can do that. Just because of the level of fucking painting you need for that sort of fucking shit, it's fucking mental. It's like making sort of like doing metallics, but without a metallic paint is way beyond my skill level at the moment.
Not something that couldn't be learned though.
Oh yeah, it would require me to take a long time to sort of learn it and put it into practice. So it's not even learning it. I know the sort of the basics of it. It's just a matter of it will take fucking forever just to do one arm or one little section. And it's like, I know that a lot of the painters that do take a long time to actually paint stuff. Yeah, and I have all the fucking respect in the world for them, but that's one level of. Yeah, my patience is infinite, but well, nigh on infinite. But fucking, even me, I fucking gotta take a step back and say, yeah, fuck that. But yeah, it's just like this sort of shit. It's just relaxing, just something to do. Yeah, it's a bit. I haven't done anything for a while, but then again, I haven't got anything new to paint other than shit I've already got.
Well, it's like I said to you, everybody has to have their own therapy, as it were.
Mm-hmm.
And if doing this calms your soul, as it were, then you should do it. But
well, fondling a nice pair of titties would be a lot better, but you know.
That's not really calm your soul, is it? Come on.
What's that?
That wouldn't calm your soul, would it?
Well, yeah, it's like true, but fucking,
hey, if you just want to
fucking awesome.
I can send you some fake ones up, some ginormous fake ones.
Nah, it's all right, mate. It's not the same. You should know that.
Yeah, but it's an improvement on what you've got. I mean, and even if you wanted, you could wear them yourself and just keep fondling yourself while you're wearing them.
Nah, I'm good.
For a bit of real, just don't forget to take them off when you go to work, when you eventually get back there.
To tell you the truth, my work colleagues already know I'm strange, so it's just like, yeah, it wouldn't
so
be
you
much
could
of a
be
difference.
A big giant pair of realistic feeling tits, and they wouldn't notice.
Well, they would notice. They just wouldn't care.
They wouldn't even want to feel.
No. I know one or two of them would. Okay, this is coming along quite nicely.
Right, I've got a hankering for some scampi today, so I'm gonna keep watching, but I'm gonna keep it on mute until I've cooked it and eaten it. It shouldn't be long because it takes about 10 minutes in air fryer.
Yeah, don't you worry.
So I'm still watching. I'm just gonna go quiet for a little while.
No problems.
All right, bud.
See you in a minute. Right. Just dirtying this stuff up. There we go. So very close to assembling it and doing a bit more detail work on it. Actually, let me do some. A bit more paint. There you go. A bit more paint. That'll do it. There we go. Oh, bollocks. That's a spicy meatball. Okay, I need me blood colour. There you go. Bit more water. There you go. Paint up the tentacles. Yeah. You like a bit of tentacle, don't you? Don't dirty old bugger, you. Crap. Tentacly parts. I need tentacly parts. There you go. Right, time to let that dry a bit. And while that's drying, I need to start shooting up my pink. Oh, no, I don't. I need Grimoire purple. There you go. Pink. Oh, jeez, that's freaking separated. That's much better. Yeah. Bit of alien purple. Let's get this plasma effect going on. No, water, there we go. Water, 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 water. There you go. Oh, sorry. There you go. First part of the plasma effect done. I need a bit of really bright green for this next bit. There you go. And I need a detail brush. Gimme. Yeah, this is going to need thinning down. And a little bit more. That'll do. And a little bit more paint. It'll do it. Let that dry off and I'll do another bit of highlighting on that. I need red paint. There you go. Corn red, there you go. To do the eyeball on this. Yeah, it'll do it. That's the tentacle done on there. And a little bit more red on there for the tentacle. Not be too much. Yeah, good enough. Yep, I fooked up there. Put a bit of green on my bones. Let's see if anybody's been commenting on the stream. Nope. And Jinx is going to work. I'll need a dry brush for this. Dry brush, dry brush, dry brush, dry brush. That'll do. I need Rakath flesh. There you go. That's still too bad. There you go. You horny bit on there. Giggity. Let's get a bit of that paint on there. Bit of lip now to make it a bit more gooey looking. Needs a bit of drawing. And what next? What next? Dry brush. Brush is far too wet. Okay, that paint is garbage. Okay, I need a bit of wheat. And a little bit of purple. A little bit more purple. There you go. That'll do it. All screwed off on my stream. Let's see if I can make that a bit better saturation. No, that's not it. White balance. And nope. Let's see if no, that's not it. Yeah. Yeah, that's as close as it's going to get. Yeah, that brings out the purple cloak a little bit. But first I need to bring back some of that darker area. There we go. Looking good. I think it's time for assembly. Okay. Let's get all these parts into place. There we go. Oh, crap. Oh, bollocks. Stay where I put you. There we go. Just leave that for the moment. Alright, Tanuki, mate. I'll throw you a link if you want one, mate. Oh, wait, mate, where's the link? Copy. Okay, for some reason you're not in my messages. What the hell's going on there? Here you go. Message and send you a link, sir. Here you go. I do believe I've sent you a link. Thank you for the birthday wishes, mate. Most appreciated. Just doing some painting, then probably, yeah, probably doing some gaming in a minute. Got a good game to play, so tis all good. Just waiting for this thing to dry so I can paint it a little bit more. Bit base. There you go. And I think I'm going to need a bit of super glue for this one. Oh shit! Got all super glue on him. Ugh, crap. Go. And a little bit more super glue. These bolts. And his head doesn't want to work. Yep, that'll do it. Not looking too bad for a quick stream thing. Let's put a bit more gold paint on him. And a little bit more on the front of this plasma gun. And for any other painter watching, no, I do not drill holes for my guns because I can't be fucked. Because I'm a lazy bitch. What a lazy bitch. There you go. That'll do it. Now onto a bit of. Now, did that fuck up my paint job? Yeah, not so much. Okie dokie. A little bit of purple, a little bit of white. White. White and a little bit more purple. There you go. Time to do some edge highlighting. Maybe a bit too much there. A bit more purple. There you go, that'll do it. Oh, my paintbrush is fucked. Yep, that'll do it. Yeah, if you're still around, Tanuki, I have sent you a link, mate, so you're more than welcome to jump on whenever you feel like it. If you're still there. do these eyes. There we go, that'll do that. Go the red paint there. I'll do that. Okay, now we're gonna need a dry brush for that. And a little bit of white. And I think a little bit more white will do that. Oh, my trusty detail brush is fucked. Oh well. And a bit of green. And a little bit more white. It'll do it. I think we need a little bit more silver on the chain now. And a bit of silver on the pipes as well. That'll do it. There's a brush. Let's add a bit more white. Oh no, I've got the perfect colour for this. Oh. This brush is pretty much knackered, I think. I think we are pretty much finished. Let's see if I can fiddle around with the focus. Yeah, let's take a good picture for the Twitterverse. No, I think we're done for that. There's just posters. Right, I think that's it. I have completed my miniature. Oh shit, my freaking detail brush is fucked. Yep, that thing is well and truly knackered. Let's see if I can quickly repair it. Oh, that's gonna take a bit of dunking in acetone, I think. Let's clear away my brushes. And the paint. And as soon as Doomed gets back, I will fire up for some Warhammer 40k Dakar Squadron and get to blasting and warging. Make sure all my paints are closed because I don't want this shit all over the place. Crap. Yep, all closed. Right, let's move this camera up a little bit. There you go. I just wish my camera was a lot better than this. 'Tis a pity, but it is what it is. Let's see if I can bring down the exposure a little bit. Nope. That looks a little bit. No. There you go. Let's bring down the brightness a bit. Trying to mess around with all these things. Camera control, zoom. There you go. Focus. Quick and dirty miniature. Not my best work, but still looks kind of nice.
You can get locked up for that, you know.
Yeah, well, yeah. Wouldn't be the first time. 'Tis complete.
Yeah. I'm so glad I'm probably going to be out of bed by the time she gets home.
Why is that?
Well, I had some scampi and I had some mushies and some curry sauce.
Ooh, nice.
It's
Very
going to
nice.
be it's going to be bubbling up nicely.
Yeah, she's not going to thank you for that one, mate.
Yeah, she's going to think she's walked into a gas filtering plant.
Poor lass.
She loves it. She loves it when I throw her head under the duvet.
Happy days, happy days.
Well, you see, it's all stereotypes, you know. See, I get really hot in bed and not just in the other sense. Just, you know, and she's always got cold feet, so she always puts her feet on me.
Fair enough.
Which she sometimes waits while I'm asleep, so it's more of a shock, so it wakes me up. So it's tit for tat, you know what I mean?
Yeah, true.
I get her tits and she gets my tats.
Yeah. Right, let me sort out my screens here. I don't need my video capture anymore, so we can hide that, and I can get rid of the picture because we don't need that either, and I will keep that there. Okay, let me see what I can move about because I'm going to play games. I'm going to need my extra screen so I can see what the hell's going on. Turn on my screen. Everything's gone off. There you go. Sorry about that. Wait for it to come back on. There you go.
Do you know something? You would have actually had another little surprise today if a very, very old, we'll say business acquaintance, hadn't just been recovering from COVID. He would have sent you a message.
Okay.
Someone by the name of Norman Lovett.
Oh, what? Who?
Norman Lovett? You don't know who Norman Lovett is?
I recognise the name, but I can't place it.
He played Holly in Red Dwarf.
Oh, him. Oh, right.
Oh, him. Yeah. He's just recovered from COVID, so he's having a bit of R&R at the moment.
I don't blame him, you know. No, people have messaging me.
Anybody wanting to come on?
What's it? No one's asked. I have sent a a link to Ansgar. He's getting on whenever he can. Let me send one to Atheists now, or Atheistics now. Oh, fucking if my phone wants to work.
Are we still live streaming?
Yes, we are.
Because it's a blank screen.
Yeah, I'm gonna be sorting out. I'm going to be sorting out my what's it? My game in a second. I'm just messaging out people. There you go. I sent one to Old Tanuki, but it hasn't replied. Send one of the items directly.
You say, you know, Tanuki did message you in YouTube.
Yeah. Yeah, that's why fucking hell, it would be nice if I could fucking spell today. Okay. Who is that? Nightbringer. No, Night Haunter. Okay, my bad. Okay, well, sent out some more requests, so if people want on, they are more than welcome. Let me fire up my Steam.
Okay.
Should have really had it online before I started playing, but, you know, well, I'm not one for quoting efficiency. Come on, Steam, you motherfucker. I've even got cake today. Some nice, some nice strawberry Swiss roll.
Oh, it's a cake. I suppose it counts.
Yeah, close enough. No, normally for my birthdays, I always have what was it called? Golden syrup sponge cake. But no one around here does the boil in the tin ones.
The Heinz ones.
Yeah. No one does it. I checked Sainsbury's, they don't do it. I tried to look at a local co-op, they don't do it. No one does it anymore.
No, so they were dangerous. People weren't cooking them properly. People were putting them in microwaves.
Oh, that's because they're fucking idiots.
So, obviously, someone's got to step in and be mother, aren't they, and protect the kids.
Okay, I'm going to need these people's fucking names and addresses so I can go up to them and kick the shit out of them. I love those fucking things.
I know there was another brand, whether it's Symington's or something, that did them.
Oh, no idea, mate, but that is just fucking... I mean, how stupid can you fucking get? I mean, seriously.
How long's a piece of string?
Oh, yeah. It's all the fucking council estate's fault, I swear to fuck. Yeah, there's less fucking brain cells in a fucking council estate than there is in a piece of dog shit.
Didn't you come from one of them?
Yes, I do. I don't think about that. I was born. The first place I remember living in was a place called Bush Hill Park in Enfield.
So now you've just sort of gone up as an atheist, not bad.
Yeah, too fucking right. Right, okay, let me just sort out my stream. Because I have now got like 1,000,001 things up on my screen now. Okay, so game capture, add source,
Boil for 2 sets.
There you go, done. And I will put that there so people can hear what's going. I'll see what's going on. I will turn off my mute my VLC source so people can hear what's going on. I haven't played this since I installed it, other than the tutorial mission, so I don't know what's going on.
I haven't played any of it because you're playing up. It kind of put me off a bit.
Nah. Alright, let's try some campaign. got me Dakka jet, Nabog. Let's go there. Destroy hangar. Oh fucking hell! The fucking that fucking deadband on the fucking control stick is fucking ridiculous.
It seems to be like misplaced, so
Yeah.
you might click with your pointer about a centimetre below what you want. Like put the buttons at bottom there. Buttons at bottom.
Let's have a look. Settings. Let's bring down the sensitivity a bit. Controls. Well, it's up to 10, so it seems to be a bit better.
Are you not going to invert your controls with being a flight one?
No, sod that. Right, okay, so ground the gits. Destroy hangars 5, destroy turrets 10, destroy enemy fighters 10. Easy. Destroy fuel depots 5. Complete mission within time minutes 6 minutes. Ooh, let's have a look. Start mission.
Listen, you gits. We's taking the fight to Kresnik the Crumbers airfields. He says he is the toughest orc in the system, but our boss Badek the Skyburner is the toughest.
Did you notice that little orc on the jetpack flying that workshop?
No, I haven't yet.
Once and for all. Get in there, blast them rats.
The grots are all, or the snotlings and the grots always fucking do weird shit.
If you got a bomber in your wing, count yourself lucky. We lost most of them in the last raid, so until the mechs make more or the Death Skulls nick some, we's going to have to apply some direct Dakka. You got
Dakka.
shoot the buildings with your guns. Get to it, lads.
Alright, let's see how fucking much I suck at this. Oh, wait a moment, it stopped. Will it crash? No, it's good. Dead Gulch. That is a place with tons of Dakka.
This is probably why your spelling might not be up to much, because you're probably just grown up as an orc.
Yeah, part orc, yeah.
Spell it as it sounds.
You're targeting Squig will mark 'em. Also, blast the fuel depots and enemy planes. The boss says they is targets of opportunity. So, just shoot everything up.
Shoot everything up. Gotcha.
Oi, listen up, you kid. Each plane has a special ability. The Dakka jet can do what's
Oh,
called
well, Jake, it's quite a laggy on YouTube, mate.
trigger the ability.
It's really jerk. It's not fluid. I mean, it's not that you might be getting about 6 or 7 frames a second here.
What the hell?
Is your resi up quite high?
It's saying good connection, so I don't know what the hell's going wrong with it.
It might just be taking its time to render so many frames.
Oh, skip frames over the last 2 minutes. Fucking. So it's something to do with my fucking. My thing here. I don't know what the hell's going wrong here. It can't be my. Could it be my stream? I don't think so. Let's check all my performance and shit. Minor issues. Good for me. What the hell am I supposed to fucking do about it? Streamlabs won't let me fucking do anything while I'm fucking streaming. Idiots. Let's see if I can do anything. Stream, nope, output, what? I can't do fuck all when it comes to output. Audio, nothing. Video, can't do fuck all. General, yeah, I can't do fuck all. So I'm gonna have to stop the stream and then come back to it because for some reason my fucking connection to my OBS is shit. So I'm gonna have to close this out and start another stream.
What's your resolution like actually in game?
It's settings, graphics. It's full resolution.
1920 by 1080. Windowed full screen, no V-Sync. You got to set it to a. So if you set it to full screen, instead of windowed, right, it changes your resolution, right, but change it back up. But just change your graphic quality down just to one peg.
Let's have a look. Let me see what this does to my stream. I can't see anything because my freaking thing's all gone out of whack. Okay, what's going on with my fucking computer at the moment? Close that down. Close that down. Okay. Yeah, something's definitely. I think it must be OBS because OBS seems to be the thing that's screwing me up at the moment.
Best thing to do is put your task manager up and see what's hogging resources.
It can't be this game. It must be something.
Well, it'll tell you what's using your bandwidth as well. So
give me a second. Let me have a look. Yeah, it's OBS. Fucking not surprising. Okie dokie, let me try something because OBS has decided to fuck up on me. Okay, I'm gonna have to stop the stream and restart it because OBS has decided to fuck around on me. Actually, wait, mate, I think I might be able to do something. Wait, mate, where is it? There is a way to do something properly on here. Where is the performance mode? There's a performance mode somewhere. That's the editor. Yeah, it's OBS. I'm gonna have to restart the stream, unfortunately, guys, and try it with OBS rather than Streamlabs. Okay, Streamlabs for some reason just seems to take up so much fucking stuff at the moment. Alright, I'll be back in a few minutes, guys.